cases for this customer for his inventory that has come in. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5. And they're all here. This cardsy pack of cards. Gotta put this back on my shelf. 40 cards. I have to order some more. Make sure I remember to put this on the shelf. Yes. Yes, you called me earlier. Yes, we have the pops and the merchandise that you ordered. I wish I had known about these because I collect as well. And I ordered them for you, and they were the last ones. And I don't know when they're gonna get more back in. I hope they get some more in because I do not want to miss out on these for my own personal collection. Yes, so we have the pops that came in. We also have the figurines and the video game sealed as well. You want to see the pops first? Okay. Now you're a pretty big Goosebumps collector, is that correct? I mean, myself, I pretty much have everything there is to have, with the exception of some of the figurines and the Give Yourself Goosebumps series, because I never was a fan of that series, period. Not so much just that series, but I've never been a fan of Give Yourself or Choose Your Own Adventure style books. Never liked them. Because I'm more of I need to know immediately what happens. I don't want to have to backtrack and figure out what's real and what's not and waste time. I just want to get to the point type of person. That's what I am. And so for me, it loses the just fluidity of a book. But when I saw that Funko had put these out, I was amazed. I was so happy, and then happiness turned into sadness because I don't have them. You do. So good job, you. But I'm just going to have to wait, put a special order in, and got the email notifications, so I just hope I can find them. But let's get started. This is going to be as exciting for me as it is for you, so. The first pop from the Goosebumps series is number 30, Bad Hair Day. And you obviously see the bunny here. And I'm not going to spoil the ones on the back because I want it to be a surprise for everyone, including myself. But more so for you. I mean, I can see them on the back. So, Bad Hair Day number 30. These are going to be $29.99 each. Yes, I have no problem putting them in these protective cases. I actually had these just for you. So let's gently put one together. And let us put this inside. So it'll go like so. There we go. And there you have it, number 30, Bad Hair Day. Number 31, Attack of the Mutant. And these are so beautiful that the cover art on the box, I shouldn't say cover art, but the art on the box is just beautiful. I mean, it's so vivid, more so than most pops are. Let's put this in its protective case for you. Here's number 31 going in. Okay, let's throw this in for you here. There you go. Okay, number 32. Before I show you number 32, this next pop, Goosebumps character, was my first Goosebumps book ever read. Now, you may know Goosebumps book number 7. And if you do, you already know who this is. But apparently, from what I remember, I was a young kid in a Stop and Shop grocery store. Yes, the same Stop and Shop that Family Guy has in Rhode Island. Yeah, it's the same grocer, which I always found hilarious because it's from where I am, the East Coast, New England area. But I was in the book section of the supermarket, and I saw this cover, and I saw it, and I begged for it. My grandmother bought it for me, and I remember that night reading it, and about halfway through, I'll never forget this memory, I looked up at the ceiling and said to myself, the ceiling of my bedroom, and said to myself, this is amazing. And I must have been 8 years old, but I'll never forget that memory. Book number 7, pop number 32, is of course Slappy from Night of the Living Dummy. And there he is in all his glory. Again, vivid colors, red, the color of the book, the background of the book. So there you are. Let's put this in its protective case. I'm very jealous of you. I really wish I had these. I almost want to buy them off you. I paid $30. I'm giving you cost. You're a great customer, but what if I was to give you $50 for each one? So I'll pay $80 for them. I don't want to have to wait. Spoken like a true collector, it's not about the money, it's about the product. I know these are going to go in good hands. Number 33. Number 33, another one of my probably top 5 Goosebumps books. And if I recall correctly, this book or this story was the first episode of the TV show that came out in the mid-90s. The first ever one. And if I remember correctly, it was around Halloween time when it first aired. And this was the first episode ever. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember memories from 30-something years ago, but I would say not 30 years ago, but 25 easy, 24. I want to say that either it was the first ever Goosebumps episode for the TV show in the 90s, or it was the first episode of the second season. I forget which. But here we go. Carly Beth, ring a bell. Number 33, The Haunted Mask. And you can see in the plastic Carly Beth's face hidden behind this mask, and her hands are under it trying to lift the mask off. What a beautiful, beautiful box. Look at the colors. Beautiful colors. Just like the books. Purple and turquoise. Just like the cover. Let's put Carly Beth in her new home, shall we? Okay. Sorry, I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold. I apologize. Now, number 34, unfortunately, I do not have a protective case big enough. But another one of my top books. I would have to say that so far, Bad Hair Day is not in my top 5, not even in my top 10. But Attack of the Mutant, Night of the Living Dummy, and The Haunted Mask, easily top 10. This next one also falls into the top 10. And it is The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? It's almost like a diorama pop almost, you know? I don't know why this is as big as it is. They could have just made a regular pop like this, but you can see on the back, it says collect them all. So we have them. You have them now. Yeah. And then the last one is not on these boxes. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive. It is number 36. The interesting thing is, for some reason, they did not, at least at this moment, release 35. I don't know what happened to 35. I don't know if 35 even exists. But 36 does. And it is a variation of the Haunted Mask. I wonder if it glows in the dark. I don't know. It's very strange, though. Barnes & Noble Haunted Mask exclusive. So, it doesn't say if it glows in the dark. I want to say it does, just because of how the box looks. But let's put this away for you in the protective case. Okay. Oh, you went on the Funko app and there is no 35. Very interesting. I don't know why. Maybe they're going to release something later. I don't know. But there you go. So we have 30. We have 31. We have 32. we have 33, 34, and 36. Okay. Now you want to see the figurines. Well, we have book number 4, Say Cheese and Die. We open it up, and it shows you Curly with his drop-dead looks and freaky fashion sense. Curly is one Ghoul Dude. Ghoul Dude. Play on words. Not a cool dude, but a Ghoul Dude. As the host of All Things Horrific, he's just dying to give you goosebumps. Make no bones about it. This show-stopping skeleton is frightfully funny. So he glows in the dark, and you press this button, and it makes a scream sound, which I won't do. We try to keep this store relaxing and as little sound as possible, almost like a library. The next figurine we have for sale is The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, book number 5. At one point, this went for $5.97 at a department store called Hills, Hills. And there he is, the mummy. Prince Koru, the mummy. He's just too much. Instead of too much, tomb much. Lifeless for over 4,000 years, and wrapped from head to toe in strips of white cloth. The ancient mummy mysteriously rises from his stone coffin and is ready to wrap. So again, this screams and glows in the dark again. So we have, no, of course this is not going to be $5.97. Now these are 40 each, and one of these is actually a little bit more rare, so it's going to be about 60. Do you want to see the rest of them with that price point? Once again, I apologize for my runny nose here. I'll make sure not to mess up the merchandise. You do want to see the rest, okay? Well, we have our favorite dummy Slappy, number 7, Night of the Living Dummy. Slappy the Dummy. Everyone thinks he's just a slab of wood, but this ventriloquist dummy is a real-life nightmare. Slappy likes to do his own talking, and what comes out of his mouth is really nasty. This dummy is no dummy. He's a monster. And there's Slappy right here. I don't like how they've changed how he's looked over the years. I liked him as this kind of dummy, not the sort of Alfred E. Newman shaped head that they have him now as. Okay. Next up, book number 15. Now this is actually a top 15 for me Goosebump book. May sneak into the top 10. And it wasn't scary. It's just I remember the cover art so much. And it was a really cool cover for a book. But it wasn't the greatest book, if that makes sense. The cover was great. You Can't Scare Me with the mud monsters here. And again, this was also purchased one time at Hills for $5.97. Okay, the mud monster. He lives in the deep, dark woods and seeks his victims only at night, when things get scary. As the mud monster slowly rises from the muddy creek, you suddenly realize he's not done. He's not alone, excuse me. He and his frightful friends are searching for someone new, and they're coming straight for you. There he is. It looks like from this series of, oh no, we have it, never mind. We have all of these, okay. Next up, book number 16, and this book spawned a book series, a spin-off for Goosebumps, multiple sequels, a ride, I think, at Universal. I was never really a fan of the book, but it was one of the most popular ones. Not in my opinion. This was originally sold for $1.90. Still have the price sticker on here on the side. But it is One Day at Horland, book number 16. And it shows the horror right here. This amusement park monster is good at giving people the creeps. After all, it's his job. But visitors to Horrorland will be in for the scare of their lives when they discover the terrible truth. He's not just a special effect. This monster is for real. They also made a video game for the, I think, Nintendo DS, PlayStation 2. It may have come out on GameCube as well, I'm not sure. One Day at Horland, or no, Goosebumps Horland, something like that. And basically, from what I recall, because I had the PlayStation 2 version, you're running around the park and you have to beat all the mini games to eventually escape, I think. And if you don't, or if you don't have enough tickets, you eventually die or get trapped. I forget exactly what. The last figurine, book number 18, Monster Blood 2. Now this was at KB Toys at one point, and they were running a sale. 3 for $10. And here's Cuddles the hamster. His favorite food is monster blood, an oozing green liquid that helps him grow and grow and grow. Just a teaspoon of the slimy stuff transforms him from a cuddly little furball into a 10-foot terror with eyes as big as soccer balls. Stay on his good side, especially when he's hungry. They all light up and they all scream. So, those are the figurines. We have 6 in all. I believe the rarest of them is the You Can't Scare Me one. Could be wrong, but I know that they're at minimum 40, and one of these is going to be sold for 60. I just have to do a little bit more research to tell you exactly which one is what. A deal? Well, as a collector, I figured you'd take all 6 because you want them for your collection, like you're doing with the pops here. But it'd be $260 for all 6. If you take them all, I'll knock $10 off. That's the best I can do. Take them all, $250. Fair enough. Now, the last item that you requested me to order for you was a video game LCD with, it looks like 3 different quote-unquote game packs that you could put inside the system, mimicking almost a Game Boy type system, but with cartridges and LCD Tiger Electronic type game. Not made by Tiger, however. This was made by MGA, Micro Games of America. Let's get some of this dust off here. I'll dust it off for you if you purchase. But it is the Goosebumps 3 games in 1 horrific portable arcade cartridge games. And here they are, brand new and sealed in its packaging. So, looks like it's number 16, which means it's a Horland game. Oh no, there's 3 games. So you have game number 16, One Day at Horland. So you try to get your way past the horror and the rest of the Goosebumps characters as you overcome the nightmares of the spooky theme park of Horrorland. And you have game number 7, Night of the Living Dummy. There's no doubt about it. See how you can outsmart Slappy the Dummy. He's one smart dummy. And then lastly, book number 4, Say Cheese and Die. Use the quick flash of your camera to outsmart the haunted mask. These are what the graphics look like on the back. See that? That'll go for 50. So we have 6 pops for 30 apiece. That's 180. We have the 6 figurines for a total of 250, giving you 10 off. So now we're talking 430, and then $50 for the sealed game that came out. Let's see what year it came out. 1996. Almost 20 years ago. Almost 30 years ago. 1996. So 250, 180 is 430, and 50 is 480. How would you like to pay? You forgot your wallet. Do you have PayPal or Cash App? No, I don't have that one. How far away do you live from the store? We're closing in about 20 minutes. About a half hour. All right, if I stay open a little longer for you, will you come back and purchase these tonight? You will. Okay. 480 it is. I will see you when you come back. Okay. I'll be here, I promise. You have the store's phone number, though, so if any shenanigans happen or whatever, just please give me a call so I can go home and tend to this runny nose of mine. Great. See you soon. Okay, just gonna wrap these up for our customer here. And I really wish I could keep these pops. I really want them. Maybe next time.